The ignorant, corrupt, low IQ, ideologically driven media in this country wants Donald Trump's head on a stake. And so they don't look into the facts. They don't look into the law. They're being fed disinformation and propaganda by the very prosecutors and FBI that's involved in this rogue operation. The legal analysts on television, they don't really analyze anything. They just talk about their own experiences. Well, their experiences don't jive with what's going on right now, do they? Professors of this school, professors of that school, this guy Andrew Weissman, who's a sickening, pathetic, unconscionable hack who once served as general counsel of the FBI and has been a prosecutor most of his life. Just imagine the injustices that have been done by that man, and we don't even have to imagine. They got Trump dead to rights. Well, Adam Schiff is, I believe, still the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. He wants to be Speaker of the House. He's a leaker. He's a hatchet man. He's a complete evil sleazeball. And he's been chasing Donald Trump since before Donald Trump got elected. He's pushed a coup. He's pushed impeachments. He's pushed criminal investigations. And now he's on the January 6th committee. And he's pushing this. So he was on the Rachel Madcow show yesterday. And I want you to hear some of what he had to say. Go.
Let me first just get your reaction to this breaking news from the New York Times tonight, quantifying for the first time the amount of classified information that may be in question with the former president's estate in Florida. The Times is reporting that the FBI has now obtained more than 300 different classified documents from Trump's home that reportedly include documents from the CIA, the NSA, and the FBI. What's your reaction to that reporting?
It's staggering, and for all the reasons that you mentioned, just the sheer volume of classified documents. It's not like there was a classified paper mixed in with a bunch of unrelated information.
So let's slow down. So first we have a leak to the New York Times with some specificity, which completely, in my view, undermines the position of the government in front of this federal master. You cannot allow a regime like this to be putting out parts and pieces and bits of information to try and influence one day potentially a grand juror or a trial jury for that matter. But that's what's taking place right now. It's really quite appalling. And so you've got that, number one. Number two, you have the chairman of the Intelligence Committee who has no intelligence whatsoever. Chairman of the Intelligence Committee who doesn't even understand how these laws work. But it doesn't matter. He's on with Rachel Madcow, and he's pushing his agenda. Go ahead.
It seems that it must be quite deliberate if the volume is that great. And if the reporting is accurate, it covered a broad range of topics. There goes, frankly, Rachel, my theory, which was that he was bringing home a bunch of Russia-related documents that he thought might be beneficial to him somehow. If they covered a wide variety of topics, it really begs the question, what was he doing? What was he thinking? What was the purpose behind this?
Maybe he's writing. Maybe he needs his memory to be refreshed. Doesn't mean he's going to use classified information, but trying to understand the context. This is why I've been saying, have they asked anybody else who's a former president or vice president if they've brought any documents home? Mike Pence was asked and said, no, I never did. But you can, and many have. And you notice none of them are volunteering. Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Gore, the former vice president, Biden, Cheney. Notice none of them are saying, well, look, I never took anything home. If they took anything home under this environment, they probably burned it by now. Go ahead.
And then finally, evidence that he reviewed them himself is going to make it much more difficult to foist responsibility onto others, which is...
He's allowed to review them himself. His designates are allowed to review them. I just read you the relevant statutory language provided by Rivkin and Casey. You have nothing here, which demonstrates to me that not only didn't they know, or didn't this master know, but they wanted to get into that house and grab everything they could. This was always a subterfuge. This was always a pretext. Grab everything they could. They have Do you understand? They have nothing on this guy. Not with documents, not with classified documents, not with January 6th and the violence. They have nothing. They won't stop. They have nothing. He scares the hell out of them. He's the greatest threat the ruling class has ever faced.
Want to see more? Sign up for Levin TV.